Pandarchist, and welcome to the Autonomous Playhouse. Today we have a very special show. We're here live at the Fukushima nuclear power plant in Japan. Everyone should have gotten their iodine potassium pills by now, so we should be safe from radiation and ready to take a closer look and find out how things have changed since the meltdown.
Whoa, what's a panda doing here?
Well, it's not unusual to find a panda in these parts, but I happen to be on a mission to find out what's happening at this power plant. I'm Dan the Pandarchist, and I travel the world dispensing advice on how to overthrow the government.
Then it's a good thing you're here, because this is a pretty big threat to the planet we've got here. I'm Effie, the Earth's first alligator.
Well, gee, Effie, I'm sure glad I ran into you. This nuclear power plant is sure a strange and scary place.
Hey, here comes Mama. Let me introduce you to one of my activist friends, Mama Nature. She's a badass lady who's joined the struggle against a few who exploit humans, animals, and the environment, all for their own profit. She can help me tell you about the situation we've got here.
Hey, Dad! My name is Mama Nature. Ever since the man tried stealing my treehouse from me, and all them nice Occupy folks helped save my home, I've been learning more and more about how our system has been built around total lack of responsibility for the majority of us in exchange for a few white men to have total power and profit.
Mama, Dan wants to learn more about the power facility we've got here. You see, Dan, there are 2 reactor facilities here. One started up in 72 and one in 73 with a total of 4 reactors. Those reactors power around 450,000 homes annually.
Well, isn't that a good thing? Isn't nuclear power more sustainable?
No!
No! What people don't realize when they turn on their lights, TVs, and microwaves is that the planet is surrounded by unique mangroves and wetlands that house at least 17 endangered species. The plant produces about 20 tons of nuclear waste every month per reactor, which are almost all stored in country, along with radioactive waste from many European countries, which multinational corporations profit handsomely for exporting. For years, increased amount of radioactive isotope strontium-19 has been found in children living by these reactors. The isotope has been found in drinking water and plants within 5 to 20 miles of the reactor, and linked it closely to 300% increase in local childhood cancer rates. Oh my! When I think about those poor children, it makes me so upset to think about all them kids being brought up in a cold, cold world that puts their health and future behind profit.
Despite recent issues with the dangers of nuclear power, the plant is going to be significantly expanded with 2 new reactors to be completed by 2019.
Well, that just sounds fucking dumb. I wish that place Fukushima never existed.
What? This isn't Fukushima. This is Turkey Point Facility in Homestead, Florida.
Ooh.
We're in the Everglades, dude.
What? That bus driver sure told me a big fib. Everyone thinks they can pull one over on the Pandarchist.
Don't worry, Dan. The fact is that the Everglades is one of the most unique and endangered ecosystems in the world. So we need you here. Alright, y'all. I wish I could stay, but I gotta see you cute critters later. I've got a meeting with a couple treehouse owners in foreclosure. Take care now.
That's another thing that really gets me going. Here is South Florida, further threatening the environment with constant business and residential overdevelopment. Those damn corporations insist on destroying more swampland despite there already being tens of thousands of empty buildings and foreclosed homes. Not just Turkey Point, but the local energy monopoly, Florida Power and Light, which runs this nuclear power plant, is trying to knock down more of the Everglades to place power lines. And they also want to build a natural gas plant in the Florida Panther Refuge.
What? But there's like only 100 of those panthers left. It's crazy to think anyone could justify building a pollutant power plant right next to the habitat of one of the most rarest animals on Earth.
You're right, Dan. That's why me, Mama Nature, and our buddies with Earth First often perform tree sits and road blockades against corporations that insist on sacrificing irreplaceable wildlife for profit and convenience. No humans will suffer if any of these projects didn't occur, but the destruction of animal and plant life is enormous. I was actually about to find a way into the plant to get some of the data they were withholding on the dangers of nuclear power, and what they've been covering up about nuclear accidents such as Fukushima meltdown in Japan.
Well, that's convenient. Let's find out together. It'll be fantastic.
Yeah, let's do it.
What the hell are you kids doing?
It's a security guard.
Mr. Schmee is the only guard on
Duty.
This is a restricted area, and that goes double for shady-looking bears and lizards.
Why, I've never been so insulted in all my life. Look here, Mr. Schmee. We've got a right to know what's going on in these plants.
Like heck you do. I'm a goddamn security guard paid by a private corporation to keep you people out. Ever since I got paid to point guns at reporters on the Gulf Coast to keep them away from the BP oil spill, I've been in high demand. So get out, you goddamn hippies.
You mean you liked hiding danger to public safety for money? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Look here, Sonny. That's just the way the world works. In fact, the International Atomic Energy Agency has been running things that way for over 50 years now. They're the only group that regulates nuclear safety and the only one that can study nuclear accidents. But their sole source of profit is in expanding nuclear power. And how do you expect that to work, hippies? Did you ever hear about the meltdown at the Rocketdyne facility in California in 1959? Or how about the thousands of gallons of radioactive waste that the U.S. government dumped in Richland, Washington over a course of 40 years? Of course not! And you can only imagine the whole Fukushima mess.
Wait, what do you know about that? I have an obligation to my Playhouse friends to find out what's wrong.
The only way I tell you about that, you goddamn bear,
And what's that?
I'll only tell you about Fukushima if it's in the form of a song.
Woo! Narcoleptic.
On March 11, that's a new earthquake struck. Japan sent out to sea while a bit more bad luck. And although the Fukushima lost all its power, 3 reactors... And although... Okay, we're gonna do the song again. On March 11, thus a new earthquake struck. Japan sent out to sea while a bit more bad luck. And the Fukushima plant had lost all its power. Within hours, the reactor turned sour.
One reactor even suffered a nuclear gas explosion. Radiation leaked into the land, air, and ocean. Oh no.
For over 65 years, we've grieved for Hiroshima. A nuclear threat looms even greater.
1,000 years from now, we'll clean up Fukushima. The atomic age is dead, can't wait till later. Well, to this day, the crisis is unfolding, and that's what's crucial to be understanding. It can be over a decade of danger until we get rid of a melted down core.
Japan has 3 piles of plutonium-238, and now with the Pacific Ocean that they tried to save, resulting in 100,000 tons of nuclear waste, plus the gallons cooling water used in great haste.
That the world hasn't the means to dispose. Much more to come will also be exposed. For over 65 years, we've been
For Hiroshima, a nuclear threat looms even greater.
1,000 years from now, we'll clean up Fukushima.
The atomic age is end, can't wait till later. Wait, what am I talking about? Well, here in the country that built the Fukushima plant, nuclear energy is quite extravagant. Billions of dollars to the president and Congress. CCM and rhodium invade the Pacific Northwest.
Radiated beef and produce and exported, as new numbers are always worse than previously reported. If the latest is to believe, the highest radiation levels yet. And 1,000 square miles I wish your foot could never set.
And I'll do it again, Panda.
Now listen here, Shmee. Until nuclear power is shackled, we can never be free.
For over 65 years, we've grieved for Hiroshima. While nuclear threat will be even greater. 1,000 years from now, we'll clean up Fukushima.
The atomic age is end, can't wait till later.
Wait, what's that noise?
Do you hear that?
Oh no! Oh, baby Jesus! I think the reactor is gonna blow!
Oh shit, let's get the fuck out of here! And 65 years, we wait for Hiroshima.
Woo!